Hi everyone, welcome to the first video of MDtraj tutorial list. Today I'll try to give you an introduction to MDtraj and why it's important and how we need to learn it. And then together we will learn how to install it using Conda. So MDtraj, simply it's a Python-based package to analyze MD data from molecular dynamics simulations. And actually it is one of my favorite analysis tools because with just few lines you can do a lot of stuff at speed much higher than the available data analysis tools. And it's quite simple because it's Python based, so it's easy to understand. And also if you are familiar with VMD, so the language or the syntax language is quite similar. I mean, in VMD you could say protein and backbone, as we learned together, protein and C alpha or whatever, water, solvent. So this language is quite similar to what you will see here in MDtraj. And you can do all the analysis that we learned together in VMD here, and you can plot your data in a good way with Python and at speed much higher than the other tools. And also the smart thing about MDtraj is its ability to read and write and manipulate different trajectories with different extensions. So it's not limited to a single extension. It can work with NMD, Amber or GROMACS or whatever trajectory and save it. So you can manipulate the trajectory in a very easy way. You can subselect frame range and write a new trajectory. You can subselect specific atoms and write a new trajectory in just a single line. And of course we will learn to do all the analysis from RMSD to RMSF to SASA to radius of gyration to whatever we did before with VMD. We will do it together here. And also one more thing of the importance of MDtraj is a kind of bridge package. I mean, if you want to construct Markov state models or you want to do some free energy clustering to your trajectories, you may use some other packages like PyYimma or MSM, which are based on MDtraj. So it's fundamental to understand the language of MDtraj, and it's very cool actually. If we learn it together, it will be very easy to analyze and create some nice data. So my plan for this tutorial is just I will start from scratch today by teaching you how to install it, and then we will go step by step with the atom selection language and the different the analysis until we learn it together. And MDtraj can be installed in Windows or in Linux, and of course I would advise you to use Linux, and today we will use Conda on Ubuntu to install it. So let's see how to install it. They have the instructions here. So they have different ways to install it using Conda or you can source it from, you can clone it from the source and install it, or with the package manager in Python. So I will go to anywhere on my computer. Then I will install it. But before I install it, I would like to advise you something. Is never install anything new in your base environment. It's better to create a new environment so that if you messed up anything or problem happened, you are in the safe side. So you have a new environment with the stuff, you can delete it, you can do whatever you want. So stay away from your base, especially if you are new to the system or if you are not sure what you are doing. In any case, I like to work in different environments. So of course, I think all of you are, or most of you are familiar with Conda, which is Python distribution to handle stuff. I think I don't want to explain it. I don't want to make the video long, but just Google Conda and install it to do what I will do right now. So I will ask Conda first to create. Sorry, this is Arabic. This is Turkish, and now in English. Sorry. So I will ask Conda to first create an environment. I will ask Conda, please create an environment. I will call it. This is the name. I'll call it whatever, MDtraj. Okay. So now we'll say me proceed, and it is done. Now it tells me the Conda, if you want to jump to this new environment, just say Conda activate MDtraj. If you want to deactivate, just Conda deactivate. So now I am in my base. Let's enter the new created environment. I will say Conda, please activate MDtraj. Now I will hit enter. And now you see I jumped from my base into MDtraj. Great. So let's install it. Let's get their first way of installation. I'll copy it, paste, hit enter. It will try to find it. I'll say yes. It will take some time. Okay, so saying we are done. Okay, so of course we will do all the analysis in IPython notebook or Jupyter notebook. So let's try to get sure that we already installed Jupyter in our environment. We installed MDtraj and we can import it into Jupyter as a module and do our analysis in the next videos. So I will open a Jupyter and I'll try to import it as a module to see if it's working or not. I'll open new Python 3 and I will say import MDtraj as MD. Okay, so now it is working, and if you get some command or stuff from here that we will do in the next video, it will work. If you have a problem and you didn't install it properly, let's say, you will get something like this. Let's make this one, say run. It will say module not found. It's an error, no module called MDtraj. I'm just put one to introduce the error into Jupyter, but now we are fine. So now we have MDtraj, and what we will need later is NumPy, and then we can make very cool stuff with our trajectories. This is for today, and if we are not good enough in Python, we have another series just focused on teaching Python from the basics, but this is going to be quite direct into MD analysis. So stay tuned for the next video. We'll start with the atom selection language in MDtraj. That's it, and see you in the next video.